We've got the portable buddy and the big buddy, Mr. Heater right here. We're gonna do 2 tests. I'm gonna run it for like 30 minutes on high for both of these. It's about 45 degrees outside. I'll show you the thermometer in just a second, but I'll show you real quick how to hook this up. Now the big buddy, I've got a big 20-pound propane tank, but on this one, of course, I'm backwards here. This nozzle can rotate out. You just screw it in, just hand tight. Push it back down. Now let me show you the thermometer real quick outside. Okay, outside it is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon and it's November 15th, and if you can't see it right now, it says it's 30 degrees, maybe 31 degrees. Okay, you can see the heaters there. I have not turned them on yet. It's the same temperature. It says 31. All right, I'm going to turn this on. Let me show you how I do it real fast. So you hold this down. Sometimes there's air in the line. Put it over the pilot. So when you depress, it comes on by itself. You don't need to light it. Hold it down for about 10 seconds or 15 seconds. Once it pops up and it stays on when you're on pilot, then you turn it to a high. And if you're going to go low, you put it on high until it glows really bright red, and then you go to low. All right, the flame stayed on. I'm going to go to high. You can't see it, but it's very hot. It gets very hot at the top. Close this tin up. 30 minutes from now, we'll come back, look at the temperature, and then we'll do the same thing with the big buddy, and that's our first comparison that I'll show you, but we'll be right back. Hang on. So outside, it's saying it's about 32, so it looks like 34 maybe. So let's go inside real quick. All right, we're not gonna let the heat out. See, that's going. You can see it's glowing red. Inside, it's about 56 degrees in here. That portable buddy has just raised it from 32 to, what did I say, 56? This portable buddy on high for 30 minutes has raised this about 24 to 26 degrees. All right, so now we're going to hook up the big buddy. And what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm going to open all these windows. And the reason I'm gonna do that is because I want to freeze this place out again. I want this place to be as cold as it was. I'm gonna turn this off, all the way off. I'm gonna open all these windows up. And it's gonna be just as cold when I do the big buddy heater test as I did with the portable buddy. Okay, you can see I have opened everything up. All right, so right now it is 32 inside the tent. It's colder. It's about 25. Now, I think the reason for this is because that thermometer out there is in the sun. And this one here is not, it's in the shade. It is nice to have a quick connector. There's 2 different connections inside. There's this connection here, and then in the back, there's the quick connector. And that's really nice. First of all, turn it all the way on, and you want to check for leaks. But what you need to do is you got to depress this and let the air out of the line. Sometimes you have to do it for quite a long time until it lights. The one thing I do like about this is the big buddy has high, medium, and low, where the portable buddy only has high and low. It's still great, and I really like it, and it's really nice before I get this set up, when I can bring it in here, start to get it warm. Okay, now it's on. It came on, it's staying on this time. After you hold it down 10-15 seconds, if you let go and it stays on, then you're good to turn it on. Go to high heat. This should be gold here, fiery red, in 15-20 seconds. So let me check the temperature again. The temperature is 26 degrees. I'm going to set my alarm now for 30 minutes. Now I want it to stay on high. Okay, 30 minutes is up. Well, it's dropping a little bit, maybe not. 22 degrees. It's nice and warm out here. Let's go see what it's like inside. I'm thinking it's gonna be 65 or so. It's on fire. That's gonna be nice sleeping with that, but not that hot. It is about 75 or 76 degrees. It's about 20 degrees warmer than the portable buddy. And the thing about it now is it's a little bit colder, so this big buddy's really cranking out the heat. Now, one thing I didn't do is I didn't turn the fan on. There's fan. Now, it's so hot in here, I would never sleep like this. I am going to turn it down to medium. Let's wrap this test up real quick. This heated up 20 degrees higher the Big Buddy versus the Portable Buddy. Now, something I didn't notice, see, it has two ceramic heaters. They're both on when you're on high. If you go to medium, one of the ceramic heaters turns off, and then low, of course, it's going to do the same thing. It's just it's not as hot and it's not as bright anymore. I'm going to leave it on medium for right now while we're in and out of tents and getting everything set up. But these things are working great. We're going to be out here for 4 days at 5 degrees, 10 degrees at night, 35 during the day, and we'll see just how warm I stay at night in the middle of the night. Now, Mike's got the same thing set up, and he's got a fan on his also, so we'll both have some opinions as to just how well this does at the end of our trip here by Telluride, Colorado on the Miramonte Reservoir. I've had several days to test the Mr. Heater Big Buddy and Portable Buddy. What happened is this on this trip, we're out in southwest Colorado and it is November 15th, 16th, 17th. The temperatures are getting down to about 12 at night, about 30 to 35 during the day, and it's really cold at night. It's extremely cold. We are in 4-season tents. They are the Kodiak canvas tents. Mike has a different one than I do. I've got the 10x14. He's got a cabin style. I'll put links to both those below. But I wanted to tell you real quick what I found out. The Portable Buddy is a great heater, portable heater, but it only puts out a certain amount of heat and not enough for this tent in this cold weather. The Big Buddy puts out enough heat, but there's a couple things that I learned during this trip. The first thing I did one night is I had it on medium all night, and I had it in the middle of the floor, probably about 3 to 4 feet away from me. I was still very cold. On medium heat, which it's on right now, and medium only burns high on one side, high burns on both of these ceramic heaters. What I found out is on medium it wasn't warm enough for me because it's down to like 12 at night. And I could still see my breath sometimes. Now up high it's warm, but down low it's colder. And these are great tents, but it still wasn't enough. So then what I did is I ran it on high last night, but I put it probably 7 feet away from the bed. It was actually really good because there was times when I kind of pulled the covers off a little bit, not fully, but off a little bit. And other times I'd put it all the way over. The farther it got into the night and the colder it got, then I ended up having the covers all the way on me and the sleeping bags. I have a setup here that I've got a video I've done on how I sleep. I'll put that in the link below also, but it's a cot with 3-inch memory foam, sleeping bags, put out like comforters with blankets, and it's almost like sleeping at home. But anyway, that's in the description below. But what happened last night, it was perfect. On high, on the Big Buddy heater, was perfect in this 10x14 tent. What happened though, after running it about a day and a half, pretty much all the time, but I didn't run it on high, sometimes on low, sometimes it was on medium, and then at night it was on high. This last time, the second night, about 4:30 in the morning, it ran out of propane. One, be ready to have your second propane tank available. The other thing is have spare tanks. I came here with 2 tanks, and we were here for about 5 days. 2 tanks, I don't think is going to be enough. So I had to go to town this morning and get some more tanks. I got another one that in case Mike needs one, and then I've got a backup for me so that if I do running it on high to be more comfortable sleeping, if I run out of propane, I've got 2 extra ones in the truck. What worked out really good though is I had the Portable Buddy in the tent with me. I have it on right now and it's burning me up having both of these on, but I wanted to have them here to show you them. But because my Big Buddy had run out of propane and I didn't have the tank and it was 12 degrees outside, I just pulled this over from the corner and turned it on high, put it about 2 feet away from me, and it was enough to be comfortable. At times I could still see my breath, but it wasn't unbearable. It was probably at that point, it might have been 30 to 35 degrees, but it wasn't 12. So that's really nice. I would say it'd be really good if you had the Portable Buddy. Say you're in a bigger tent and you got a stove, a wood stove. What I'm planning on doing when I get the outfitter tent with the wood stove is I'll get the tent up, I'll put the Portable Buddy inside, turn it on high and start to get it heated up while I'm then bringing in the stove and other things. And it'll take maybe half hour to get that tent warmed up, but that Portable Buddy will be going the whole time. That's how I'm planning on using it. So that's what's happened here this week. I've learned a few things. Again, carry extra propane, maybe even carry an extra buddy heater. Here's the problem too. Even if this works really great and you don't have another one, all of a sudden there's a problem and you're out in 12-degree weather at night. You want a second source of heat. Just saying, that's really important. When it's this cold at night, you need a second source of heat, a backup source. Or you need to go get in your truck or a car and stay warm that way or leave the campsite. But you would be limited on options if you didn't have a backup source of heat. So I really like both of these. They work great. The Big Buddy puts out a lot more heat. It was around 24 to 26 6 degrees warmer in a 30-minute test when I tested both of these. They work really nice. I'm going to be using the Big Buddy more right now until I actually get the bigger tent with the wood stove. But just want to tell you all that. I told you I'd wrap this up with how things had worked after several nights and learn some important lessons. Hope you enjoy learning those lessons from me and not yourself. Keep tuned in here and we'll have a lot more videos for you in the near future.